Hey riders, here's another one, live from Sin City. That's right, I'm in Las Vegas. I took off to Vegas on very early Sunday morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, for my plane ride. So luckily, I found some coverage from the World Tour feed of this Team GRC Sunday short race. And what a turnout for this one. Obviously, you all know the results at this point. This is Wednesday, February 21st, I believe. Yes, 21st. I've had a long 4 days here already. A ton of people turn out for this one. I think we had over 103 people registered for these awesome, super short, super intense, super awesome workouts every Sunday with Team GRC. Got so many supporters here. We've got muckers here. We've got Gem City riders here. A lot of crossover riders. So let's see how the director did cover in this race. Probably better than I do because I bounce around a little too much. Hey, look who we're sitting on. The director found the right person for a rocket start here. This is John Chady, SR71 of Gem City and GRC. So we're off to the races here, folks. This is one of the Crete Challenge routes. Short one, it's just over 12 miles. Very little climbing. I think this is about... Okay, one thing I'm going to say here right now, it's not in metric, it's in imperial, so I'll probably be throwing some weird numbers out here. But it's only a few hundred feet of climbing. Basically, this thing's flat, except for a couple little bumps right in the middle on the profile, and 3/4 through the race. So moving forward here, we're on Bashak here from Team GRC. I know Bashak's not fully recovered from his sickness, so this is not really 100% Bashak here. Hardy, Team GRC as well. Here's our German rider, cruising right along, 4 watts per kilo here. Excellent coverage here by the World Tour feed. Glad to work with him. Karol Susik. Yeah, here's an absolute legend on Rouvy. Glad he could join our Sunday races. I think everyone should. I think we got a couple of actually celebrities. Oh, Nelson Snyder. Nelson in his own right is a celebrity on Rouvy. One of the big hitters. A lot of big names at the front. I see Draftman here as well. Friendly source told me that Draftman is the new name of Tour 68, who makes sense to me because I've watched Tour 68 race. Doolittle at the front. Doolittle's got a lot of course records on Rouvy. Don't know the person myself. I think they might even be Canadian. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, look at this, 6-7 watts per kilo. Back to Draftman. So this is actually Tour 68 from the old days, but we got it now known as Draftman. The cyclist formerly known as Tour 68. We'll call him that for a little while. We've got Eduardo Armada there from the GER team, looking solid in 3rd position, just chasing Draftman here. Bouncing back to Karol, we can see that we've got Nelson right nearby, and just behind we got GTCR 3000, followed up in 7th, 8th place by Lars K71. Oh, Lars K is Team GRC. Yeah, Recce. I've seen this rider a lot. Really nice sprints. Look at this, Hardy hanging out in 11th place right at the front with the big hitters right now. Moving back to Wesley MTB. Wesley, I believe, is a brand new member of the Discord group and may be participating in the Gem City TTT tomorrow. Holly 87, super climber here. Holly might struggle on this one to hang on with the big hitters. See, they're all flowing up around her. Holly's got to grab a wheel and hang on for dear life here. I see Alex, Team GRC, move up. I see Slyfly. Hey, Slyfly, love seeing you out here. We've also got Malo. Sorry, I'm going to do it again. Mala Noel. That's an abbreviation for 4 different names. I think this rider is Dutch, I believe. No, sorry, Danish. Danish, I believe. One of the names I know for sure is Lars. And we all know Lars from Denmark, right? Okay, moving on. We're on Rogers here. Roger, Team GRC. You can see him on the right side of the screen here. He is riding right alongside Tuna Tornado, another member of the Discord group. Awesome job here. And John, SR71, is just out ahead of them here. A lot of big numbers here. Everyone's pushing 3-4 watts here. Here comes Jill's cruising up. Founding member of GRC right here. Global Ragnar is on screen. This is our fellow supporter. Great Instagram page. He's got a YouTube channel as well. I'll throw some links in. I had trouble linking him before, but great to see Ragnar out here. He always has a lot of fun and likes to dress up in the classiest gear, that's for sure. Moving to the back here, we got Kaiser Joseph. I'm not sure who this rider is. This rider looks like they started late. Mr. 39, just following a couple of riders just ahead of them. Looks like they're trying to bridge on here at this point as we're going into this glaring sun. Andy Lloyd, formerly known as Lloydie, here he is himself. Lloydie will also be in the team time trial tomorrow. Sorry, I keep saying tomorrow, I mean Friday. Eat More Cake, our Welsh rider. I'm pretty sure Eat More Cake will be in the team time trial as well. I think on Lloydie's team. Bele Barbieri. Okay, this looks like a women's rider here. GJC Pain Cave. Never seen this rider before, but I know people nearby. We've got Honest Jack and we've got Kristen from Gem City riding right here. Here's a little shot of Kristen. Following, looks like a Czech rider, Predag. I believe that's the Czech jersey there. Up further ahead, we've got Roger G, and I can see Oscar GTZ just in the distance. Yeah, Oscar's just looks like about 20 meters up the road from Roger G here. Roger G, another new face in the world of GRC racing. Ender Wiggum from GUR. This is a big name. I've seen this rider a lot. And again, shout out to the GUR riders. Super apologize. So sorry for missing the GUR Grand Prix race on Tuesday. With the time change here, I was an hour off in my whole world. 12 was actually 11, so I showed up late. I think your race started at 11:30, which was now the new 10:30. So let me just shout out something here. We had S. Mario there. Here's Danon, Gem City rider, looking strong in 47th place. So again, GUR people, I'm going to be there for the next one. It's just the way it worked out. I was an hour. My brain was out by an hour. I kept thinking those times over and over. Astro Biker looking good in 46th place. Hey, and just up the road, well, you know, he's a little bit up the road, about 150 meters. I just saw Murvy. Murvy is in our Discord quite a bit. And Murvy was in the first team time trial we did and pulled like a demon in that one. Like, I hung on for dear life. I think me and Murvy took two huge pulls right at the very beginning. That set the tone for that ride for us. Okay, so just up ahead here, I see Global Ragnar is riding right beside Juliet Elliott. So we've got a YouTuber here. We got two celebrities here. We got Juliet Elliott and Global Ragnar riding in this little pack here. You can see Ragnar is on the right-hand side of the screen in the striped jersey, and Juliet is just over in the middle right now in the pink-looking jersey. Rocket 17's there, and we got Maxencios, seen this rider a lot around as well. Bouncing up next, CJF Andel, 39th place, great job, with Gidgar, 69 just ahead. And you can see Murvy is just working his way up the field. Has just caught up with Roger and Tuna Tornado. Murphy's got some really good power. I've seen it in action myself, just hanging onto his wheel. Oh, look at this, awesome, 33rd place, I see Mick. One of the muckers is here, just right behind SR71. Yeah, and here's Wesley. So Wesley, positive he is talking about joining the team time trial as well. So for those of you that don't know, I'm just going to divert for you. Hey, here's Mick. Shout out to Mick. The team time trial goes off on Friday, and what you do, it's a group ride team time trial. So there will be magnet effect. So you don't want to get too far out ahead and leave your poor leader behind. You don't want to fall, and if you fall too far behind, it's okay. But, you know, in the last 30, 40 meters, you're going to be getting virtually no magnet. So if you fall back, you're going to be by yourself all day. I thought it was so exciting last week when we did it. We lost by 2 seconds over a 20-kilometer course. I think it was about 20. It was Brazil, Copacabana. Here's Jeff, 65, in 23rd place. Mala Noel. This is 4 names combined into one. I appreciate you messaging me and telling me what that was. And here's Bashak riding in 18th place. So Bashak's in 18th. Slyfly just ahead of Bashak. And Slyfly's pushing some huge power today. Okay, we got a few riders creeping up from behind. Everyone's bridging up. I see Laurent 1976 here. Mala Noel, Holly 87th, 19th place, Bashak in 18th. I'm trying to see the name of this rider here. Looks like Chrono 64, a new name to me. But here's Alex. Alex and Slyfly Hardy all together here. This is a group of hitters right here. I know these riders are all strong and everyone's giving it their all today. This is meant to be an all-out effort. Well, as best as you can, and you've got to pace it a bit. It's just long enough that you need to know how to pace it. These are great Sunday rides. It's, morning time in North America. It's mid-afternoon, maybe a little bit later afternoon in Europe. It's a great way to end your week. And it's a challenge route as well. So we kind of got everything done at once here. GTZR 3000, just flying along here in 12th place, pushing 3 watts per kilo. Looks about a 70 kilogram rider here. Early morning hours in Crete. I think it's Sone 15, and I'm glad to know, watching this rider in 11th, this is one of my teammates for this Friday. So nice to meet you, Sone. I think Sone's been around in the Discord off and on. Don't really know them fully well yet, but I think we got a pretty strong team for the TTT. I will probably be the weakest, being away for a week. So anyways, if you want to get involved with it, get your team together, and you will be doing it in like a closed group ride. Put a password on it. Here's Eduardo again from GER, riding in 5th place. So top 5 right now: Doolittle, Draftman, Nelson Snyder, Carol Susick, and Eduardo from GER. So you're going to make a 5-rider team. You can ride with less if you want. Make a group ride and put a password on it. And you need to do that team time trial on Friday. I don't know what the time cutoffs are. Probably best to talk to SR71 about that. Message them. We have 5 full teams. I think we have 5 complete teams. Maybe one team's got 4 riders. In fact, yeah, the GRC team itself is down to 4 only because certain individual I know, and you might know as well, he's talking to you right now, is not going to make that time slot because I will be dead at that time of the day. I won't be home till probably 2:30, 3 in the morning. By the time I wake up, here's Sven Derek, 1956, doing a great job here, 74th place. And all I can say is thanks for everyone coming on. Hey, there's Des Dyer. Des Dyer, is Sven just come past Des Dyer there, and looks like Nick. We got a Nick here who I've never seen before either. Chris Bowie just ahead. And we just landed on Chris Bowie as well. So you need to do your ride on Friday. And for me, Jet 51, it was too much of a time crunch because by the time I get up in the morning, get back to my normal life, try to figure out what's going on at home, animals, chores, and that, I didn't think I could really put 100% in at that time in the morning, especially too because I'm going to be trying to capture all these rides on video. So I wasn't sure how the timing would work out. So there's a slot open on the Team GRC team, the official team. Eat More K here. And I think that team, well, right now it's Jills and Roger. I think it's Tony. And I can't remember the 4th. Oh, the 4th rider will be Wesley. We just haven't heard from him for a little while here. So hopefully he'll be able to make it. All depending on how it goes, maybe I jump into that one. I'm not even sure yet. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. So I think there was 3 teams last week and we had a blast doing it. And we all went as hard as we absolutely could. It wasn't like coasting on the back, group ride activity, just floating a few hundred meters back. Everyone was all out. I do have some video from it too. And when we were all together, it looked like we knew what we were really doing. It was great to see. Back to Danon here. Danon's Gem City rider just cruising up behind Dominic Rossi. And, here is another rider I should know. This is John B. 1982. I think this is one of our riders for our time trial. I've been out of the loop, and plans have been made in the background, and I just registered for the race this afternoon. So we got surfing here. I'm assuming maybe as in surfing. Do you ride a surfboard? Maybe. Right beside, who's this rider here? BRU 7730, another new name for me. Cervello Ghost, excellent. Riding in 50th place at the moment. trying to catch up with Astrobiker, who is, I mean, we got a big string of riders here now. There's pretty high speed stuff through here. This ride, you know, being just over 12 miles for the front end is probably just under half an hour to do, like 27 minutes in that range. Lewis 33, another new rider, looking good here. Nice job, Lewis. Is just coming up behind Peter Joe. Getting a little draft there. We got OLRV here. Just doing the 2.5, 3 watts per kilo thing up this first little climb in the middle at the first split. Here's S. Mario. Riding nice. Almost 4 watts per kilo. S. Mario looks like a lighter weight rider. We got Rocket 17 here. Decked out in the Trek gear. Looking very sharp at the moment. Mick just smashing some watts there. Pushing 400 watts up this little bit of a climb. Trying to get back on speed. He's got like 6-7 riders directly on him. Here's Global Ragnar. Pushing some power here. Tell a bigger rider, Juliet Elliott, just bombing down the hill here. And all I can say is, hey, Juliet, welcome to Team GRC Racing. I think this is the second week in a row you've been with us, and I hope you're having a blast. Lance Legstrong, seen this rider. Oh, look, Juliet was just coming up on Lance Legstrong here. And Roger is just cruising ahead of John here. Maybe give him a little bit of a break. SR71 here should be able to get on Roger's wheel. We are doing another bit of a little climb here. And Roger can be quite jumpy. You know, I notice when I've ridden with Roger a lot in the past, he always attacks the hills more than I do. He's always quicker to get the power going, whereas I take longer to kind of like, oh, let's go, let's wind this baby up, and then I get going up the hill, and then we're back together. So Juliet's chasing after Roger at the moment. SR71 just maybe 10, 15 meters back. Got them in his sights, riding his own pace. We've also got Tuna coming back here. Tuna's pulling up right beside John. And Global Ragnar's doing a good job hanging on to these riders because he's a lot heavier than them. So he's doing a really good job here, hanging on to the smallers. Jay Margolius, great to see you out here. 4 watts a kilo at the moment. Jeff 65's got a few riders ahead of them as well. Gitgar and Murphy. Awesome riders all right here. You know, I can see Thomas 1976. I can see Jills is just up ahead. Superfly, should I know? I'm not sure if I know Superfly at the moment. When I saw the fly, I thought it was Slyfly at first, but I think Slyfly is up the road a little bit. So yeah, here we're on Jills. He's the G in GRC. Superfly just up ahead of him here. We're just kind of bombing down this little bit of a hill. Looks like about a 4% downhill here. Superfly is now catching up with Maxensios. I gotta learn how to say that. And Arluzar. Seen this rider a lot around as well. I think we just jumped over. Who is that? Looks like Leif Nordman. I don't know that rider. I'll have to catch up with them later. Ucrone 64 is pursuing a Roger 69. Another rider I don't know. Oh, here's Bagger 69. This rider has been joining us quite a bit lately. Thanks for joining us, Baggers. Also super active with the Muckers. Okay, 22nd place is Baggers. Bashak directly ahead in 21st. Bashak's got himself in a nice group here. I see PB, I've seen that before. Holly, super strong. I think Holly is the top female at the moment. Give her a climb and she's off to the races. Yeah, we've got a lot of good riders here in this little group. We've got Baggers, Bashak, Holly, P. Beam, Mala Noel, Laurent 1976. Yeah, everyone's working good here. Holly's got herself in a perfect position here. Ride with these riders who are pushing the higher watts on the flats. And she can use that draft and, you know, attack at the 3/4 point. So you can see off the front, looks like it's Doolittle that's bridged away. Got this huge gap already. On the 2nd, 3rd, 4th riders. Okay, Alex is coming to view here. I can just see Alex up the road right now. Alex is with Slyfly, Hardy, and Sonny 15, as well as GTZR 3000. These are all people that I know. So Laurent 1976, here's Alex on screen at the moment. Probably getting a little bit of a draft here. Yeah, and we're going downhill as well. So they're not going to be huge watts here or huge power. Everyone's going to be trying to recover, cruise down the hill. they've just been coming up a little bit of a false flat before this. So now it's like, let's get ready, get prepared for this last hill that's coming up. So don't forget, folks, we got some cool stuff this week. I will catch it. I'm going to catch the Muckers Thursday Championship Series race tomorrow. It's at 11 a.m. for me, not 12. EK 1972 Corez, nice to meet you. 5 watts per kilo here. Lightweight climber, 60 kilos. In 10th place at the moment. Coming up on Yaya Recchi, Alan Shan, and Sidonius. So don't forget, we got a Muckers race tomorrow. I will cover that. I've already told the wife I'm covering the race. That's it. Case closed. We're doing that tomorrow. Friday will be a crazy, insane day for me, trying to capture all those races. And then doing the race myself. I'm in we call it the last minute ride because it's 2:30 in the afternoon for me, which would be, 9:30, 10:30 at night in Europe. Here's Alan Shan, riding 6th place. Okay, let's get to the front. We got Nelson Snyder here, Eduardo, Carroll, Draftman. So we got 4 riders together, essentially. Well, Draftman's up the road. We got 3 together here. Draftman's further up the road. And then Doolittle is basically on another race, I guess, further ahead, a good quarter mile ahead at this point. I keep looking at the numbers and I want to say kilometers. Sorry, folks. Draftman here pushing 5 to 6 watts per kilo. Okay, so Friday, it's going to be team time trial day all day. Saturday, I think I'm going to do a couple of group rides. Saw some longer ones planned this weekend. I just need to start spinning again. I'm not going to coast off the back. I'm going to do all the work with the leader. So I'm going to do that. And then Sunday, we've got another Team GRC Sunday short race. Just check it out on the Rouvy app. Have a look there. So this week, we are going to be doing Waikoloa in Hawaii. It's a short climb. Should take you about 20 minutes. It's taken me just under 20 minutes in the past. I think my time's not bad. I think I've ridden it 3 or 4 times. And when I did that, I think I rode it, if I remember right, this is all off the top of my head, I think I did it like at 3.4 watts a kilo average for 20 minutes. So you can kind of put it in perspective there, what kind of time you should ride. But it's definitely not going to take you all day long, that's for sure. If you can join that as well, I'm expecting a huge turnout for that one. Look at this here. Eduardo is now dropping 7 watts per kilo. I think trying to get away from Carroll here and Nelson because they can see Draftman up ahead. These 3 have gotten back on terms with Draftman. This is fantastic here, folks. Look at the dig that Eduardo's putting in here. Sustained 400 watts this whole time. Knowing it's now or never to catch on with Draftman. It's either you hesitate for others and then you're fighting for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, or you make the break, get up there when you can, and now you're fighting for 2nd. And that's exactly what Eduardo has done. However, Carroll and Nelson were able to react, and they've been dragged across it well. So right now, Draftman's thinking, oh yeah, here they are. So Draftman's going to have to try to jump on their back wheels and hang on now. Looks like they're absolutely fine. They look like they're okay. Don't fall too far off the back here. There looks like they're just getting outside the draft. Gonna have to apply a little bit of pressure to get back in there, Draftman. But I've seen Draftman race before. No problems. It's usually right at the very front. So if you see this, join our event Sunday. You'll have a blast at it. And it's going to be just like this. There's going to be a bunch of the big hitters at the front. There's going to be this huge pack of really, really strong riders from, so let's say the front 10% is going to be the big hitters. And then you're going to have 50 to 60, 70% of riders that are kind of span all different levels, but all very good riders too. And then to the back, you're going to get some riders that are like on recovery rides. Maybe they're coming back from sickness. Maybe they're doing some zone riding. Maybe they're even just getting started out. But this is a great way to test yourself. There's no way to really push yourself better than by doing a race. And these I know some people don't want to race because they don't want to put an hour and a half, 2 hours of their life on the line. But the beauty of this is you can try racing out and it's over relatively quick. And all of these courses should be designed that anyone can do them. Yes, we did do Cheddar Gorge, which is kind of a tough climb, but it's so short that you're going to be through it. Back on Global Ragnar here. He's riding currently in 39th place, right with Roger and SR71. And we got Lance Legstrong here, Jeff 65, Murphy. Roger's moving up again. Getting ahead of SR71, who's in his Halloween costume at the moment, in the skeleton suit. We've got Murphy, looks like he's in 34th place. Yep, we're moving up to Murphy now. So we're on Lance Legstorm now, just catching up with Jeff 65. Murphy is in 34th place with Jay Margolius just ahead of them. I see Jills again, Gitgar. And if you look at the bottom of the profile, riders, you can see how far Doolittle is ahead. The gap is huge at this point. So Doolittle is the green dot on the far right of the screen on the bottom. And then the next white bubble, where you can see the number 4 in it, that's Carroll, Draftman, Eduardo, and Nelson. They're all there together. So there's some gaps opening up on the big hitters at the front. Ucrone 64, again, new rider, thanks for coming out with us. Leaf Nordman. Okay, so we didn't get much of a chance to look at this rider earlier. Looking strong there in 23rd place. Here's P-Beam. I've seen this rider, I think, once before. Okay, Alex riding great in 21st place. Just bouncing up to Hardy and Bashak. Hopefully these riders are working together. You know, they can contest the sprint at the end, but why not work with people that you know? I see Sly fly up the road too. Looks like they're having a great ride today. Over 3 watts per kilo here. Laurent 76 again. Okay, here's a name I haven't said yet. Looks like TK Ladig 1964. This is a rider I've never seen before. Nice to have you on board. Sane again. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it exactly. And back to Yaya Reki. One of my favorite names to say. Lars K71. One of the absolute strongest riders in GRC. Is always in the top 10 of these races. Okay, we're back to the front. We got Kirill here, Eduardo, Nelson, and Draftman. 4 big hitters. And here's Doolittle way ahead. Doolittle, yeah, again, lightweight rider, but pushing huge watts here. So yeah, Doolittle's come to the finish. I know it's this right bend here. I've seen this before. I did it myself. Up the hill, and it's race over. So pushing up this final little kick here at 8 watts per kilo, making sure no one's going to catch him. Arms in the air, victory salute, great job. So I did all 3 of these routes. I did kind of like a long ride day. So I took the 3 easy Crete routes or Greek routes. I think it's the Greek challenge, but all these routes are in Crete, I believe, the island of Crete. And I rode them all back to back. I threw a 40K time trial on at the end. I think in South Africa. Just a little bit of false flat stuff at the end on it. Nothing too hard. Banged out 100K. Felt really good about it. Okay, so here we got Eduardo and Carroll racing together. It looks like they got a bit of a gap on Nelson and Draftman. Like, it's not much. It's like 12 meters, but there's definitely a gap going on. And this race is running out of road. Nelson's coming back, though. Nelson has come back. Draftman, it has fallen off the back, though. About 20, 50 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Going up the final kick here, right-hand bend. Nelson, dropping 8 watts per kilo, just passes right by them and takes 2nd place. Eduardo in 3rd, Carroll in 4th. Awesome sprint there. I think Nelson just carried better momentum into that little start of that hill. No one had to put down, 10, 12 watts per kilo there, but that's all they needed. We've got 6th place here. EK 1972 Correz. I got to assume this is probably a Spanish rider, just guessing by the name. That's what I want to think. I could be wrong. Let me know if I am. And Lars K71 hanging out in 7th place. Great job, Lars. Okay, so Lars is with Sidonius. Yeah, I think Sidonius is right there. Okay, we're still on 6th place here. World Tour feed. Excellent job today, by the way. Very easy to follow along with this. Okay, so we're just hanging on Correz for a while here. Again, Corez, let me know where you're from if you see this. Okay, we're backing up a little bit. We've got Sidonius, Lars, Alan Shan all together here. So it looks like we got 3 riders going for a sprint finish here. Corez is going to finish alone. They're going to take this little left-hand bend by the marina here. See all the sailboats and yachts in the background? Into a right, slight uphill. Feel like a rally car instructions. 4-5 into left, straight at 60 into 3. If anyone knows what that is, just let me know. And I was just making that up on the fly. Okay, here's Alan Shan going. Lars is gone. Lars is up the road already. Sidonius just passed Lars, 7th, 8th, and Alan will get 9th place. Yaya Reki, not that far behind at all. So Yaya Reki's going to finish alone. Some good gaps here forming. So Yaya Reki's going to finish alone in 10th, with Sane 15. And Sane, I apologize if I'm messing up your name. Maybe it's Son. Love to know what the name stands for. Here we're on Holly 87 again. She's in a great group there. Okay. So yeah, here's Yaya Reki coming to the finish. The video director's doing a great job getting the finishes in, bouncing back. Yep. Okay. So here's Son 15 coming in for 11th, and then Baggers himself with Sly Fly, Holly, Laurent 1976. They're all right here. Who wants to race for this? Come on, Holly. Let's see if you got a sprint in you. I know you can climb. I know you can climb. What are these 3 going to do? Maloanel's trying to break away from them and has done it. Bagger 69 is just at the rope. Maloanel has got a 15-meter gap on the 4 behind. Although they're coming back right now. Here they come. Holly's going for it at this point, pushing almost 8 watts per kilo. 10 watts per kilo. Wow, nice finish. Sly Fly right there as well. Okay, Hardy's coming in, Bashak coming over Hardy's shoulder the morning. Bashak pushing over 10 watts per kilo all the way around this corner. Cruising up the hill now. And I will say right here, I know Bashak had some finishing problems. Here comes Alex with P-beam. Alex just holding off P-beam for the finish. So Bashak definitely finished that race. 100% he finished that race, but I think he got a DNF out of it. But he was there. So we just want people to know, that's something you should probably put a support ticket in with Rouvy, and they can fix it up for you. And, and what makes it even better for you is that, obviously not every race. Yukon 64 finishing with Maxencio's right ahead of them. Here's S. Mario 59. But, we got some video footage of it now too, right? Not that it would ever be a big issue because Rouvy's really good on the support team to help you out. Just stuff happens sometimes. You do a ride and you don't get credit for it, even though you did it, and it shows up on Strava and it shows up here, but it doesn't light up on the challenge for some reason. Just contact support. Just remember, riders, these things don't happen within 15 minutes. I know you want it to, but it doesn't work that way. If you're in North America, well, guess what? The support the support tech people are 8 hours ahead of us. So when you're doing your ride in the morning, they've already gone home for the day. So when you don't hear from them for another 12, 14 hours, it's because they were sleeping. Then they're back at work. So there's a lot of great finishes here. People coming in at 6-7 watts per kilo. Jeff 65 just finishing there. Saw Tuna Tornado and Mick very close together. Oh, here's Mick here. So it must have been bouncing around a little bit, but that was Mick there. Thomas 1976 finishing, and Mick is just a few hundred feet back. So hopefully we stay on Mick here. Yep, we're going to stay on Mick here for a little bit. Lewis 33, new rider to me. Looks like they're not that far behind Mick at the moment. So what we're probably going to do here is just follow Mick to the finish. Probably going to cut it off right around there. I just wanted to use this race a little bit of a flashback, talk about a few things that are coming up this week that are kind of important in my little sphere of cycling. Hey, if you got something you want talked about, we've got a ride or a race or a group ride, message me. I'll talk about it. I'll let people know. Let's promote this, right? Even better, if you want someone to commentate on some of your stuff, just send me a message and we can arrange that. So anyways, folks, biggest takeaway from this one is this is what Team GRC Sunday Short Racing is all about. You see there's tons of riders here, tons of different abilities, stretched out across the field. And you can see here now we're down to 45th place out of our 73 finishers. And what are we at? We're just over half an hour at this point. So you're not going to be out there for hours alone by yourself. You're probably going to finish with someone or within a few hundred feet of another person. So anyways, time to cut it short. I will see you all again very soon.